Hello, I'm Anthony Greenhalgh, and we're out here at the RapidRecon booth at NADA 2020. Come by and see us, and we'll show you the new products that are coming out. For those of you that don't know, RapidRecon is actually a workflow tracking tool. Now, that's by design, but what it actually is a communication platform that happens to have workflow tracking. With our tool, you put communication out in front of the car, and that helps pull the vehicle through reconditioning faster. Now with Rapid, what it does is it doesn't make a technician turn a wrench any quicker, it doesn't make the carpet dry any faster. What it does is it cuts down on non-value added time. So we think about taking the communication and putting it out in front of the vehicle, and what that does is that allows people to stay in the know all the time. There's never any excuses about where's the car, throwing the keys on the desk, and then just assuming somebody else has got it. One of our new products that's coming out is Vendor Advantage. Now, Vendor Advantage actually allows the dealer to communicate with the vendor just as they would an internal advisor or an internal technician, but through that, they're able to allow the vendor to only see the work that the vendor has. The vendor can see their workload for the day, and this is real important in situations where the vendor might have 10 or 15 cars to do at the dealership. Previously, what they would end up doing was showing up to the dealership for a few hours, scheduling another appointment at another dealer down the road, and they'd only get to a few of those vehicles. With Vendor Advantage, when you assign that work to the vendor, they're immediately notified. They know what their workload is going to look like that day, and then they can plan their day at your dealership. Get through all 15 or 20 of those vehicles rather than just piecemealing it and then coming back a week later to handle the rest of the work. Another nice part about Vendor Advantage is it just allows the vendor to see only their work that's assigned to them. We're able to securely lock them out from everything else that's going on at the dealership and everything else that might be going on with other vendors. Now with Vendor Advantage, that actually makes your vendors productive. Now when your vendors are productive, you're productive, and by cutting out a lot of this non-value added time, and really by allowing the vendor to plan their day at your dealership, you're reducing the holding cost on that car while it's not for sale, or at least what we consider to be sensory ready. All of us in the car business know if somebody shows up to look at that car and it's beautiful, it's pristine, but it smells like cats, you're gonna lose that turn. So we get the vendors there, we get them there on time, everything counts when it's important, and we get those cars out quickly, help reducing your daily holding cost. So another advantage to Vendor Advantage is the ability to hold your vendor to the same standards as you would an internal employee. When you assign that work to the vendor, a clock starts, and we can easily jump into RapidRecon and see how quickly our vendors are responding to us. You know, if they're 2 or 3 weeks out, we need to know that. Another exciting product that we're showcasing here at NADA 2020 is the Live Locate feature of RapidRecon. So what we've got is we actually have an integration from a company called MDD. What Live Locate does is it allows the dealer to track where the vehicle's at and also the keys using the latest technology. Now, something that RapidRecon does that might be very unique out there is we don't actually use an OBD2 dongle. That's good technology if the vehicle's outside and has a great line of sight to satellite. And one of the downsides to OBD2 dongles is the first thing the technician does when he pulls it into the bay is actually does a vehicle scan, and it'll pull the OBD2 dongle out, and we lose that connection to that satellite. With the technology that RapidRecon uses, we're using long-range Bluetooth technology, and we're using tags that we actually put in the vehicle. Now with that, the dealer's able to triangulate using antennas that are placed in the store where that vehicle is at. Now the big advantage to this is the fact that we have 4 dimensions. It's not just 2 dimensions here. For those of you that have multi-level parking structures, we can actually tell you where the vehicle's at, but we can tell you what floor it's on and where it's at. We can tell you where your keys are at and what floor they're on. So with RapidRecon and Live Locate, people don't look for cars, they go get them. People don't look for keys, they go get them. With our tool, it costs about 1/3 of what your OBD2 technology costs. And because we're using long-range Bluetooth technology, there's no cellular subscriptions here. So the cost is much less. Because Live Locate integrates with RapidRecon right in your RapidRecon system, you can see where those vehicles are at. You can see when those vehicles go to a vendor and where. The technology that we're using here is really going to help the dealers cut down on that non-value added time. With all of the tools that RapidRecon has to offer, we're actually able to help the dealer get their vehicles to the line faster. We use time to line as a metric, and that actually measures from acquisition, from the time that the dealer buys the car, to the time that that vehicle hits the front line. Often we think of this as something where the vehicle's just going through service or repair, and a lot of dealers will just measure that time. but really we're measuring from the time that you strike the check for that car. We're helping you manage your asset. So right from the time that you purchase that vehicle to the time that it hits the front line, we've got a clock ticking on that. We're gonna help you get those days down. We're gonna help you save a little bit of money. Actually, we're gonna help you save a lot of money and get those vehicles reconditioned cheaper. So visit us at RapidRecon.com. We'll give you an online demo. We'll help you cut your time down. And remember, Rapid Recon was made by car people, for car people, and we know your business because we've lived it.